Okay. And it is recording.
Okay.
All righty then. Okay.
Are we ready? Oh my God, you guys have really saved my soul this evening. This is technology. This is called live TV. Everything happens when you think everything is when you think nothing will happen, everything will go wrong. But I thank you guys so much for really working it out, and for the audience, I thank you for your patience so much, so much. So I know we're a little bit late, but we have to work out the technology, and so now we are beginning. So I am super, super excited this evening. I have the Biz Chicks in the house today. But before I talk to you about the Biz Chick and what they're all about, I want to talk to you about our show tonight. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we do Christy Iwuchukwu's Brilliance TV show. This is where we spotlight today's top business leaders, the defining moments of the top business leaders, entrepreneurs, unique and most successful individuals. And guess what? This is where you come in, because this show is for you. It's about you sharing your message and impacting life. So I want you to be a part of this community. Invite people, bring your questions every week. Every week, I bring experts from various niches to come and share their expertise. And you know what? This show cannot exist without you. So I want you to join us, make this a community, bring your friends and share the video. And next time, before I tell you what we have lined up for next month, I also want to do a plug and let you know that I have my Rock Your Brilliance Summit coming on March 24th, beginning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's right, March 24th, beginning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what do I do at Rock Your Brilliance Summit? This is where I give you a platform to share your message. You know, time has gone when you are the best kept secret. So you have something to say. You have messages to share to impact life, and you can do it by yourself. I'm giving you a platform for you to share your message, and your message will be shared, guess what? To over 50,000 people. I have partnered with other businesses that are going to share it on their social media realm. So please, I want you to inbox me or email me at info@chosenpathglobal.com, info@chosenpathglobal.com, and I'll be sure to get in touch with you. But off on today's exciting show, I have the two amazing ladies from the Biz Chicks. First, I have Francine Gregory from the Biz Chicks, and I have Terrilena Austin from the Biz Chicks. They are known for taking your hassle. Take the hassle out of your hustle. And that's what, among every other thing, they are known for. Helping you get the best of your business. Simplify your business. And that's what they are here to share with us today. So without further ado, I am going to introduce you to Francine Gregory and Terrilena Austin. Hello, ladies.
Hello. How are you?
I am awesome. You guys saved me tonight. I don't know what I would have done if you guys were. This has never happened before, but I mean, wow. Thank you guys so much. So let's jump into it. I'm so glad you guys were able to take some time out of your busy day to join me tonight. And please, for some people that don't know who you are, could you guys please pull the curtain a little bit, pull it back a little bit, and share with our audience, who is Maxine? Let's begin with Maxine. And what is that defining moment for Maxine?
Okay. I think she's talking to you.
Okay, so Francine.
Francine, I'm sorry. Francine, what is that defining moment for you? Oftentimes we hear when people have made it, when people are on top. But I've always said you can't get to the top without going through the valley. So what was that defining moment? That's where we get to share the message.
The defining moment for me was back in 2002, I think it was. I was doing television production and doing some things, and I kind of heard a voice that said, if it was time for you to step aside right now, would you do it? You know, you know, all of your stuff is all together. And I was like, yeah, okay. Go into work the next week. Oh, we've got to change. You know how they tell you we're going in a different direction.
Oh my gosh.
So you're going in a different direction, which means not with you. So, so we went in a different direction, and I can remember taking my little bit of severance pay that I had, and I bought a computer and a printer, and I said, I'm gonna start a business.
Just like that, huh?
Yep. And that was back in 2002. I said, I'm starting a business. I was pretty good with graphic design and computers and stuff I can figure out pretty good. I'm like, okay. And I can do things to help people, you know what I mean? So there you
So what do you, I'll get back to you. Did I even introduce myself at all? I don't know that I did. Did I?
Don't think so, Chris.
Oh my goodness. So who is talking? Let me go back and introduce myself. This thing has really messed us up today.
Okay.
You guys don't know who's talking. Well, my name is Christy Iwuchukwu, aka Lady Christy, CEO and founder of Chosen Path Global, helping new and aspiring women entrepreneurs unleash their confidence and rock their brilliance. It's about speak up and speak out, gain confidence. And today we are so delighted. I'm so delighted to be talking to the two ladies from the Biz Chicks. So I'll go over to Terrilena. Tell us a little bit about who is Terrilena and what was that defining moment for you?
Well,
How did you get to be here? How did you get to now be able to rock your brilliance?
well, I tell you, I heard a sermon about what do you have in your hand. And as a result, I started sewing. And then I found out that they didn't make certain things in my size that looked the way I wanted to look. And I started sewing, and it ended up being a business for me. And that's how I launched my clothing business. But Biz Chicks is all about helping other women launch profitable businesses that are fun to run. So it was all about how can we help other people get started in business and be successful. So that was the defining moment when Francine and I said, we can do this. We know.
I had a background in marketing and television production. Terry had a background working with the state of California, doing training all over. And she's not telling you that she's also got a degree in diplomacy and some other things. But all of those things were packaged so that we can do what we do at Biz Chicks.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a wealth of knowledge, and it's not wasted. We love helping people take the hassle out of their hustle. It really does not need to be as difficult as it sometimes seems. There's a simpler way of doing things. We were working with something today. I'm like, okay. A lot of times we go through all of the grind work so that our clients and our people who follow us don't have to. We go through all of the headaches at Facebook or Twitter or Instagram so that you don't have to bump your head going through. We can explain it to you.
And that's what trainers and coaches do.
Yeah.
We do research and then we package it in a way that you can understand it easily and apply it quickly so that you can get on with the business of running your business.
Correct. And
you know, I just have to really give you guys, your work speaks for yourself. Your work speaks for itself, because was it 2 weeks ago, you guys took me by surprise, Francine Gregory. And I was really, for the first time, I got to know you guys very well in working with you. And it's like, well, let me do this for you. Let me help you. Just sister helping each other without anything in mind. And I thought that is so cool. We hear about collaboration, right? But oftentimes, some of us are we have this spirit of competition that stops us from collaboration. But when we collaborate, we can have a lot done. You know, I've always said when we collaborate, rather than waiting to eat all the pie by yourself, when you collaborate, each person gets a pie and you go get more pies. Each person gets a pie and we go get more pie. But what I really appreciate about the work that you do, that you put your clients first. Always put your clients first. And even though somebody like me, I'm not even your client, but still, you were able to really help me out with graphics. And so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're ever looking for someone to really go down to your level, to that understands where you are and help you hone in, what is it that you need to hone in to be able to spread your message online? The Biz Chick is that person to contact. I thought I would say that. But you guys, I really appreciate your help so much. And talk about you guys have a networking event talk about that.
Yeah, First Mondays. Go ahead, Terry.
Well, First Mondays is designed to bring together business women to help them and work together. So
okay, just somebody chose the wrong time to call me. It always happens. Anyway, this is why I don't use my phone because something like this will always happen. But anyway, this is live TV, so we're okay. People understand.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, people understand. So tell us.
Okay.
For people who don't know you, when you have a client walk in, what do you think is one of the main problems that stop people from pursuing their gift, their passion, from going into doing a business? What do you think is the number one problem?
Okay, so we're going to answer that. Let me let Terry answer the question about our First Monday event.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Terry. I thought you guys had finished.
No, because the phone call came through, and no. Go ahead, Terry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Terry.
Every First Monday, we have a meetup for business women to help them get to know one another and to help one another and to grow through speakers, bringing information that will help them apply techniques and services to make their business better. So we meet every first Monday at Seasons 52 in Sacramento, California at 6 o'clock, at 5 o'clock every first Monday. So if you're in the Sacramento area, please join us. We also have some events coming up and we'll talk about those later.
And I'm going to put it in the chat over here. It's firstmonday.com. Yes. That's the number one st.com. That way you don't have to try and remember all the dates and the details. Firstmonday.com. It'll take you over to the Eventbrite page where you can sign up. And there is no charge. We do ask you to eat something when you get there because that helps us take care of the room. But other than that, there's no charge for you to come. We just want you to come, have a place to relax and join with other women who are wanting to learn. So that is what we do. Now, in answer to your second question about how, what we would do to help someone who was just getting started or was feeling a little stuck, we have we do offer like a complimentary
consultations,
Yes, the consultations where we can sit and talk to you because everybody's situation is different. There are no two people alike. So what may work for Christy may not work for Terry or Gail. And we need to hear you to understand you. So the first thing we would do is just listen to you. Just, we will ask you a question, what do you need help with most? And then we'll listen. And then we observe. Because sometimes you can't see when your own slip is hanging. Just saying.
Absolutely.
You need somebody to tell you, hey, you might want to take care of that. But we always go and help. We will help people. It's always good to have a cheerleader and a coach. It's always good to have somebody that's going to be there. So first thing we would do is listen to you, and then we would give some feedback that would help you to go further. Like in your case, you needed to be able to do some graphics, change some things up that wasn't working with your social media channels. And so, okay, let's just fix that and figure out how we can make that work. So that's some of the things that we do, but it's a case-by-case basis. And Gail asked, what is the youngest age that we work with? We work with all ages. Terry's grandchildren, how old is Maya, 3?
She's 3.
Yeah. So we also teach at the Genesis School of Business and Entrepreneurship. We have kids in that class that are 15. Hold on, how old are the girls? 12.
12. The youngest one, I think, is 12.
12. She bakes. And the other one draws, and they're starting businesses. So we're helping train them now so that they don't go through the pitfalls that adults go through. Pitfalls of freezing up and being not confident, and the different things that seem to stop adults from going forward. How to properly market.
Yeah. How to properly take care of their customers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we work with all ages, Gail, and we enjoy giving feedback, and I'm talking about honest feedback, because a lot of people can blow smoke, but that after the smoke clears, what do you have? Not a whole lot. So we want to make sure you have some things that you can put into operation, that you can put to use immediately. I don't like
what are we against, friend?
Convoluted crap that you can't do. You know how you'll go and you get a coaching session from somebody, and you took it, but you never did anything with it because it was way too difficult,
or it wasn't clear.
Oh yeah, that too.
You come home, you're confused. What did she say? What was I supposed to do?
And if it's confusing, a confused mind will not make a decision, will not buy a product. If you're confused, you're just going to put it down. Ooh. And so we don't want to do that. Hey, Maureen, how are you doing? So we don't want it to be confusing. So Terry and I will go through and translate to make it simple. So that's why we talked about simple today. We're putting together a workshop that's going to only be open to like 12 people at a time. And it is going to help you establish a routine for success. Now, everybody talks about a routine. Mm-hmm. We know that a success is one of the most simple things that you can do. A routine will help you become successful, but a lot of people don't do the routines because the routines are not simple.
There you go. And they're not clear. Remember when we took that course from that dude? And I mean, he went all around the mulberry bush. His language, his syntax was just so difficult to understand. Now, I'm sitting here with a couple of pieces of paper, Christy. I could not figure it out, boy. I'm here to tell you, I couldn't figure it out.
I was trying to explain it.
We are chopping it up. We are pulling out thesauruses and dictionaries, trying to figure out what he wanted us to do.
It wasn't easy. And so we were like, okay, we cannot do that to other people. So I'm working on the details of it and getting all of the mechanics done, but so that you can have something to put in your hands that you can use immediately and see results. because you're going to do things. We were just working with two of our clients, and she was like, "Oh my God, just because you made me do this, I've had appointments all week and done it." She's gotten results because of the systems that we helped her put together, where before somebody said, "Okay, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this," but she never did it. Well, you come to a workshop with us, you don't get to leave until you actually do the work.
Because what good is a tool, Christy, if you don't know how to use it?
The shovel laying over there against the barn, and the axe is somewhere else.
For me, it's about technology. You can have all the knowledge, but if you don't know technology in these days, you can't do much. You really can't do much without technology, especially when you talk about taking your business online. Mm-hmm. And so I can really see how what you do can positively impact your clients, because I can't tell you how many people buy product after product. I call it information overload. You go to free workshops, whether you're Googling it online or you're going to free seminars and free workshops. And after a while, you're more confused, getting all that information and still not being able to implement any of them, because it is not practical. It's not about getting the information. It's about applying the information. It really is about the application, not so much about getting the information. That's why I like how you work. So what level of people in business do you help? Is it beginners? Is it people within a certain threshold of beginning their business, or does it matter to you?
It does not matter, because there are some people, we, like with the Genesis School of Business, we have people who are already in business and they're doing business, but they never learn the basics of business.
Or they're not familiar with social media.
Correct. So we help everybody. It depends on where you are. Again, we go back and we ask you questions. We listen to you and find out what's your most pressing need. Even though you tell us it might be social media, it may not be that. It might be systems. You're telling us social media, but we're looking at your systems. So if you went viral, you wouldn't be able to handle all the clients because you don't have a system in place.
So talk a little bit about the School of Genesis. For those that don't know much about the School of Genesis, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that is a nonprofit class. Well, it's a class that is set up for people who are not sure if they want to be in business, or they might have an idea for a business but not sure exactly where to go, or they're in business and they need some basics. You can take that class. It meets every Tuesday at 6 o'clock in Sacramento, and it's $25 a class. So technically it's affordable.
It's a series of 30 classes.
30 classes. When you are finished with those 30 classes, you will have enough information to say, yes, I'm ready to continue on in my business, or like, nah, I don't want to do this. You may change your mind after you've gone through.
Or you may change what you do.
Yes, because we're going to help you go through all of those things. A lot of people don't take business. And another reason why we started this is I'm a real estate broker as well. Well, when I got my real estate license, they taught me all of the laws for the state of California, but they never taught me how to build a business. And I was like, wait a minute. So they didn't teach you how to get a client. They didn't teach you how to engage with a client. They didn't teach you how to execute what you're supposed to do for the client, nor did they teach you how to follow up on the client. They just told you, this is how you sell a piece of land. This is how you sell a house.
This is how you go to jail if you don't do it right.
Yeah. But they did not ever tell you how to build a business. Hey, Linda, which classes were you referring to? The one for Genesis School of Business? Because that's here in Sacramento. That is location specific. And they may do something online. we're toying with online, Terry and I found out that it's better to have behinds and seats. When people are face to face, they learn better. And yes, you can do some stuff online, but you can't ask a question when you're confused about something.
Yeah, you don't necessarily get the clarity that you need. And you may want to ask a follow-up question, but because it's online, you don't feel connected enough. As a trainer, I find that interactive workshops work best for people when they're learning a task.
Yes, and when you're learning the basics, so you can go online and you can take that, and if you're thinking about becoming a coach or a trainer or something online, you can do that, but you need to be present for the people some kind of way. Zoom is a great way to do that because they can see your face. They can see your interaction. They can ask you questions.
Mm-hmm.
Then, well, I don't understand that. You can see if somebody's confused.
Yes.
By what you've said because they can see your face. So if you can't do one-on-one, then I think something like Zoom would be the next best option, especially for online world.
They can see your gestures, your facial expressions, and they know whether or not they want to connect with you.
Yeah. So this is all, you make it easy. I'm going to say it. You make it easy for people to pay you.
Yeah.
You make it easy for people to pay you.
Yes. And that means you help them. So they were like, wow, that you wow them so much they can't help but write a check.
So tell me, what if you think about the coaches that, in this coaching world right now, it's really gotten out of hand. Sometimes you buy a lot of things that promise to help you get to the promised land. And here you are 1 year later, 2 years later, and you still can't even see the promised land at all. What's different from the way you coach?
Because we're going to make you do it. See, the reason why most coaching programs don't work because the coach is not going to make you do the work.
Well, not only that, Francine, I mean, I can't guarantee you results if you're not going to get on the bicycle. I can't guarantee you results if you're not going to change the way you eat. I can't tell you you're going to definitely lose weight. I got a plan for you. Okay.
But you have to work the plan. And a lot of people don't. Okay. So here's the thing. So the coaches have a plan and the plans will work, but you have to work the plans. And a lot of plans are not easy to work
or to understand.
Or easy to understand it. Because we go back to the beginning, if you don't understand a thing, you're not going to do a thing. You're just going to go like, okay, whatever.
And adults need to know why.
Yeah.
You can't just say, do this, Christy, because people are not going to do it unless they know, well, what's the purpose of this? Why am I calling people? Why? You understand what I mean? So yes. We try to connect the purpose with the task. So it's not just empty words.
And it's all about action. When you work with us, be prepared to work.
Think and
do. This is the very business basics. We take you very back to basics. There are basic things that you do when we were admins in the corporate world. When you schedule an appointment with somebody, you call and confirm whether or not they're going to come for the appointment. You do that a day ahead, or you do it the morning of the appointment, but you confirm that appointment. That's basic in business. A lot of people don't do that.
And we start running our own businesses and we forget, because there was no way that I was going to travel to the other part of the state and not know whether or not they were ready for me. I called to see, did my materials arrive? I called to see, was the room available? I called to see, are y'all still there? Are you still at this address? Literally. You would be surprised at the little details that people leave out. So all of that is important.
Yep.
Another thing I notice is that, or I'm aware of, or I have experience is, these days you hear about, they just people are overwhelmed about being preached to about 6 figures and 7 figures. The problem is there are levels that you need to attain. And I talked about this on one of my videos. If you're only making $500 a month consistently, $200 a month, even $100 a month consistently, although people can say you're not in business, but why are you purchasing products that are $5,000, $10,000, because the coach said you're guaranteed to make 6 and 7 figure? There are levels of business. You're going to be able to make $5,000, $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000, and so on and so forth, right? And
Yeah.
they're not even telling you how many streams of income do I need to have to be able to make 6 and 7 figures. That's number one. Number two, they're not telling you what you really need to do. How long have you, if I am working full time and I only have 1 hour a day to invest in my business, that will mean 7 hours a week, right? Or 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you have time on the weekends, would I be able to still make 6 figures and 7 figures if I buy that package that worth $5,000 and $10,000? But oftentimes you look at that shiny object, you look at the money, but what does it really take for you to get there? Are you at that level yet?
Mm-hmm.
Or should you just be buying products that may guarantee you $1,000 a month, from there $2,000 a month, and so on and so forth? And so on both ends, on both the person that is buying and the person selling, I think there needs to be some type of accountability, right? Because
Right.
if you don't know sometimes we don't even know what we need to know. You don't know the question that you need to ask. And that's another thing. You don't know the question that you need to ask. And if you don't know the question that you need to ask, that's a problem. So, and really in this day and age is really buyer beware. Do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Buyer beware. But
okay.
Go ahead.
So the buyer beware is a very good advice. And here's something that you need to be aware of. Mm-hmm. There is no such thing as get rich quick. Mm-hmm. You only get paid for the problems you solve. Now, are you solving a 6-figure income problem?
Mm-hmm.
If you are
I
not,
like that.
then you don't get paid.
Are you saving the world or not? If you're not saving the world,
strapping on a cape and doing all of that, then okay. But
get a superhero salary. If you
doing some,
say that again, Francine. Say that again. You dropped the nuggets. You don't pay. Say that what you just said again.
So if you only get paid for the problems you solve, so if you're not solving a 7-figure problem, then you shouldn't probably expect 7 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Because the mousetrap at one point, okay, it might have been like the thing to do, and it might have cost a lot of money. But as people started making them more and more and more, then the value of the mousetrap went down. the reason why the Tesla car costs so much is because they solved a major problem with electric cars, right? But as more and more electric cars come on the road, the price is going to go down, 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 and down.
Absolutely.
The reason why the iPhone cost so much money when it first came out was because it solved a major problem, and now everybody is coming out with one, and now you can tap and swipe. Everybody's tapping and swiping, and so you would think the prices are coming down, but they're not, because they're still adding new features. But we use these phones for everything. If we did not have that phone, Christy would not be sitting here with us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But because she paid a price for a phone, it got her what she needed. It solved a problem for her, so therefore Apple got paid. And so people complain about, oh, I wouldn't buy no Apple. Okay, well, we're online because she bought a phone that could handle what she needed to do. If she had, I don't know what would happen if we had a different phone or whatever, but she was able to still get on here and do what was necessary, even though her signal went down somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Michelangelo wasn't painting the Sistine Chapel with some sticks and feathers. He had very good tools. Your tools count for something. So should your service. Don't expect to get paid a high dollar figure. And you know, what was that we went, Terry, when the guy was like, if you sign up, I get paid $250, then all of a sudden you get paid $250 if you sign somebody up. I'm like, so what are we selling? Oh, you just sign people up for $250. No, that is not going to work. What are we selling? What service are you providing?
Mm-hmm.
What problem are you solving?
And you
What
can't
problem
tell me
are you solving?
Everybody has a problem to solve. Linda, who's going to be leaving us here, she solves a problem. She helps people do handmade. She shows us how to do things handmade. She's got some gorgeous handmade pieces. If you ever see her work, gottabehandmade.com or Gotta Be Handmade, you can find her everywhere. And she interviews people who do handmade crafts and things of that nature. We found some gorgeous things that you can put in your backyard. Crafts are big right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so then with Maureen Stevenson, she's here in the room, and she solves a problem for fitness.
Correct.
For people who really don't like to do fitness, but she's helping with nutrition and fitness, and she's doing it in a unique way. So she's solving a problem. And the more confident you become in the higher problem you solve, the more money you're going to make. It's like, I'm going to say the universe, God is saying, let's see what you do at the $2 level before I get you up to the $10,000 level. Let's see what you do at $2.
Do not despise small beginnings.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You build a business
Absolutely.
like you build a life. You build a business. And I think a lot of times people come in and think, oh, I want everything that's in grandma's house. Well, grandma didn't get that overnight. You didn't see grandma when she had the bookcase made out of cinder blocks and wood. You didn't see that part. You didn't see the futon or the mattress on the floor, you know, when she was building a life.
Yeah.
You walk in, she's got the bins, she's got furniture, and I want that tomorrow. It don't work that way.
It takes time to build. There's a process that you go through. And what happens if a baby does not go through the 9 months of development? The baby will be premature. Well, there's a lot of people who start in business and they just want to go from 0 to 7 figures without doing the work, without the process. You don't even know what it is when a client is disgruntled. How do you handle it? You don't want to have that conversation at the 7th, at the higher level when you got 1 million followers now. And then they all don't like you because you couldn't solve it.
Because you didn't pay attention.
So in other words, basically build a foundation so that build a solid foundation for the building to stand on, so that even as strong as any wind, that house will not fall.
Correct.
Basically.
And value relationships.
Yes.
Don't just toss your customers to the curb, people. It don't work like that.
People
You brought
are
up a
looking-
good point. You brought up a good point, because oftentimes it really, you see people, coaches, and it doesn't matter, coaches or trainers, everybody. I don't want to say everybody, but some people, it's really about, it's almost like hit and run. It's about hit and run.
Connect my internet.
It's about hit and run. Okay? So it's one time, you don't do it again. But if you do it, you see what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It's one time, you do it. It's hit and run. Right?
In the United States, it's called, like Terry said, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And it's okay. So Terry and I have coined this, and if hopefully we don't offend you. No more booty calls.
Yeah, go ahead.
No more booty calls. You just come in one time.
I put my phone while my internet is off.
You come in one time, and then you decide, okay, that's it. You do you do all of the work for the client, but you never follow up on the client again. They don't ever hear from you until you need another sale.
Absolutely. And I'm beginning to really pay attention to that. And because if it's only when you need me to buy something that you call me, or you want to know whether I'm okay, I have a problem with that. And so, it can only go on for so long, right?
Yes.
One of my friends called them transactional relationship. Transactional relationship, only when there's a need for transaction. And that's why I like about your networking. Your networking is really about, and you guys are very strong on this, getting to know individuals and not just passing business cards and just wanting to make a sale, one-time sale. Oftentimes when you have a relationship with that person, you never really know, maybe that person doesn't want to buy from you. They can refer you to somebody who can buy from you, or maybe they're not ready at that time. They can actually buy from you in the future.
So let me tell you, anybody watching online live or put it in the chat, how many connections do you have to have before somebody buys from you? And
7 times.
Okay, you saying 7. Back in 1950, it was 4 times. Now it is 16 times. 16 times.
Wow.
People will interact with you before they even consider buying something. Terry and I was talking about this today. I think we talked about it on the show. Young lady, she came to one of the events at a vendor event somewhere, and she had a wonderful table. We took, we exchanged cards, and she took my card, and immediately before the event, before that day was over, I got a text from her saying, hey, it was great meeting you. She did wonderful with that. And she didn't ask for anything. She just said, it was great meeting you. And then every once in a while, she would invite me to something that was going on. And I appreciated that. And I wasn't put off because I had expressed an interest in something. And then I text her back and I said, oh, do you have lip gloss or something? And she said, yes, and you can get it at this particular time. You can get the lip gloss, here's my link, you can buy it. Well, I didn't buy it right away because I was doing something else and I didn't get a chance to get around to the lip gloss. But I haven't heard from her since. And that was like 5 in. So I see the importance of keep on following up with people and keep talking to them, not browbeating them or harassing, but just, hey, gentle reminders. Hey, friend, how are you doing? Sure was cold last week. Are you guys doing okay? By the way, that we still have that special going on the lip gloss. if you're still looking for it. And all right, I'll talk to you later. I was expecting to keep hearing from her. I should still be hearing from her.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, boy, we can stay on and on and on. And for the audience, I apologize for starting later because of technical error that we were having. And so I appreciate your patience through it. So as we come to an end, I'm going to bring you guys back again, because I know we still have a lot to talk about. But I want to, as we come to the end, I want you to share information on how our audience can contact you to work with you.
Okay. You can reach us at bizchicks.net. That is our website. You can feel free to go there. You can become a BizChicks if you like. It is free to do so. Just hit the join now button and follow the prompts, and we'll get a notification that you have joined. When you join as a BizChicks, you'll get a free PDF on steps for doing business. I think we're going to update a little.
Operating procedures?
Yeah, standard operating procedures for success. So some of the things that we talked about in there are in that PDF, and it's absolutely free. We will keep you up to date on everything that's going on. As a BizChick member, we might call on you to come on the show and hang out with Christy and ours. You know,
which is daily.
Yeah,
which is daily, 5 days a week. And I'm still going to come to your show. I haven't forgotten. So I'll make an appointment to be on your show. So definitely. So audience, please be sure to take advantage of, really contact Francine. I keep calling you Maxine. Francine and Terrilena. And they're really very good in helping you sort out your business. So please be sure to take advantage of that offer and contact them. And audience, before we go and before I take any questions, I want to remind you that on the 24th of March, I have Rock Your Brilliance Summit. If you would like to be a speaker on that platform, please email me at info@chosenpathglobal.com. info@chosenpathglobal.com. And we do this TV show, Christy Iwuchukwu's Brilliance TV show, every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I hope that you join us again next month. As a matter of fact, next month, on the 12th of next month.
You disconnect? No, I have the number. You disconnected it.
Hold on just a minute. Can you hold on just a minute? So I am going to really, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that interruption. I'm going to really come to you again. And next month, I have Dr. Ruben West coming on next month, on the 19th of next month. And I have Dr. Marianne Efua coming to join us. So be sure to join us. Until next time, anybody has any question, you can go ahead and put it on the chat. Otherwise, I'll see everybody next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.